City Skylines, episode number 5 here. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about our public transportation and getting that whole thing mapped out. As you can see, we've made some really vast improvements from our last video. We did a couple of the things that we talked about that we were going to do. So we went ahead and knocked those out. Let's talk about the updates real quick, then we'll talk about public transportation. But as you can see, before I talked about wanting to build, it's kind of like a little shopping center area, little area where the citizens and stuff like that can come and just kick it and chill and shop, do what they need to do. So I went ahead and created this really nice area here, and we got a few things here that we'll talk about. So let's talk about this here. So we got Costco. We got a Costco sitting here. We got Target. We built a nice little cinema here. I feel like the batteries are going out on my mouse, which is like the worst time for this to be happening. But yeah, so we built a nice cinema there. We got a Home Plus store with some parking. We have a little hotel for people to stay at. We don't have very many tourists right now. I mean, we only got 5,000 people, so we don't have a lot of tourists or anything, but that looks good. And then we talked about before, how we were going to keep extending the neighborhood down this way. So we went ahead and extended the neighborhood down this way, a little bit more dense than the area down here. And I'm sorry about that. My mouse is acting crazy on me. The batteries are going out, but that's okay. So yeah, a little bit more dense as we're heading a little bit more, close to the city and things like that. So as you can see, we're getting a lot more dense in this area down here as we're starting to expand out. I still want to keep this area over here kind of suburban, and so you'll see a little bit less density in this area leading up to the golf course. I thought that was like a really cool look, just to keep that area nice and keep that area nice and not as dense as the rest of the areas. See what's going on with my mouse. See if we can't switch batteries. See if that helps things a little bit. But what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about some public transportation, and we're going to set out kind of the plan of what we're going to do for our public transportation. We did go ahead and update our highway system as well, as you can see. So if you remember before, the highway was not this big. So I went ahead, and what I really wanted to do is just make a big circle like around the whole city, around the inside of the city, and then have like one highway that runs kind of north and south, if you will, or just kind of runs through downtown. Our downtown area is going to be right in here where you're going to see a lot of those high rises and things like that. So that's going to be cool. So let's come back over here for a second. We'll talk about a couple more things that we did and how that all ties in together. But I'm going to have to go grab some batteries for my mouse. So I'll be right back in 1 second. So we're back in business. It's just one of those things that happens when you live stream. So we're back in business. Let me update the YouTube side here, so that individuals can see what we're doing here. So let me just update this for 1 second. It'll literally take 1 second. Sorry, I gotta do this every time. But if I don't, people won't be able to get to me. All right. All right, cool. So we're back. So let's talk about some of the other cool things that we did here. So we talked about the Chevrolet. We talked about the dealership area here, or the shopping center. So I put down a dealership here, nice little Chevrolet dealership. There's a little Wendy's sitting here. You can see some people eating and congregating outside of there. Threw down a little surface lot. Got a Home Depot store here, Party City, and around this way we have KFC, Buffalo Grill, Toys R Us next to that. We got the big Home Depot. We got Costco with a gas station that people are using at a pretty good rate, actually. People visit that pretty good. And then back here we have a nice little billiards and darts, a little bar kind of thing. Royals sitting back here. So that was kind of cool to incorporate a little, shopping center area for the citizens to work at, to shop at, and things like that. Another thing that we did, we built just a couple little high rise. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily even call these high rises. I mean, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 20 floor building there, and another little around the hospital and things. So I thought that would be kind of cool, just to separate, this neighborhood from this neighborhood, and also just build some apartment space, because maybe people don't, everybody's not going to be buying a house right now. So I thought that was a good idea. Let's float over here. You can kind of see what we did with this area. I wanted to kind of start putting some waterfront properties and things down here, so I think that looks kind of cool. Got some properties down here by the water. Like I said, we kept this area a little less dense than other areas and things like that, because we we just want to keep that suburban feel over here in this neighborhood. And I'm not sure if this is going to stay the same or not, how these roads kind of meander or whatnot. I may even, what I've been thinking about doing is just kind of keeping this neighborhood how it is, and then maybe making a little bit more of a dense area in here with some high rises and things like that. We are extending our park system down. So if you remember, we have, like we talked about walkability, we want this city to be very walkable. We want people to be able to use these paths and bike and do what they got to do to get, around. So as you can see, we're extending our park area out right off of Crescent Avenue here. As you can see, we got parks down, we got a path, and then we have some other parks. You can see that this area is totally different than what it was before. I thought it would be kind of nice to just incorporate a natural boundary between, because as soon as we get over here inside the loop, as I'm going to call it, or inside we'll call it inside the perimeter, but inside the loop, this is going to be very dense, all city, high rises, businesses, things like that. You're going to get a lot more dense as you're heading in here. So I kind of created this area to be a little bit of a natural barrier, but also separate, you know, the park area and things like that from this particular neighborhood. That's just your typical neighborhood, you know, your typical streets, you know. So I figured I would build a nice little, uh, not like not viaduct, but figured I'd build a nice little, um, you know, road here that's a little below the rest of everything here. I put some parks, a little sit-in area and things like that for the citizens to kind of congregate in. And I threw this Costa here, this little coffee shop, which is actually not going to stay there because at this particular junction, you know, with it being so big, and I don't think that this, I doubt that this particular train station is gonna stay here too. It's just something I'll put here because I just wanted to see what it looked like. But at this particular intersection here, I think it might be a good idea to, you know, put down some, put down a gas station. You know, put down a gas station, put something here, maybe a little, you know, mini mart or something like that, just to kind of run along here. When we come off in this area, what I'm thinking about doing is building a tunnel underneath here. I don't know if a tunnel will work because of the dam. Oh, that's something that's new too, since our last video is the dam. Um, and I noticed as I was building the dam that there's a little shipwreck out here. That's kind of funny. I've never seen that before. But there's a little shipwreck out here, so I built like a little, I don't know, recreation canoe area out here. So maybe people want to hop on and take one of these canoes out and explore that. But we did build a dam. The purpose for that was just to kind of make this coastline be a little bit, you know, more accessible to the residents as we're building it out. Um, this right here, like this area, is just a little bit too low for my taste. I'm not sure what'll happen if we got, you know, pretty good rain. And as you can see, even with the dam right now, we may have to open it up a little bit or restrict a little bit of the water flow that's coming. Because the water flow is coming this way. So I figure if we build some, you know, natural rocks and things like that, maybe just along the coastline here, that will help us in this area down here, where the water's not too high there. But for these bridges, I feel like the water is just a little bit too high, and for the shoreline here. So we'll get that all worked out as time goes on. But as you can see, we are definitely expanding the city out. We have our outer perimeter almost set up. I got to figure it. I built this little interchange out here, and I'm not sure about it. I mean, it kind of looks funky. I mean, a little funky to me. I don't know that you would want to, if you were coming into the city, and let's say you needed to, you know, get over here or something. I don't know how that looks or feels with, you know, coming in here. Like, okay, we're going to come in here. How do you even do that? You can't, actually. Yeah, you can. So you'd have to go. Yeah, how do you do that? Wow. So if you were trying to get in, you have to come in, take this ramp, and then take it out there. That's not too bad, but I just think it could function just a little bit better. So we'll take a look at that. We went ahead and built our highway system all the way around here. As you can see, it's a little funky right now, but we'll get it all planned out as we start moving on to that area. But we got a long way to go. The other thing that we need to do is get this all terraformed, because this is where kind of our main downtown section is going to be. And so that is going to, this definitely needs to be, you know, terraformed out a little bit more, flattened, so that we can, you know, build on this area over here. But we'll take care of that shortly, or maybe in a couple more videos to come. So those are our updates so far and what we've done. I do want to talk about, let's talk about public transportation now and exactly what we're looking at. As you can see, This needs to be moved over. But I built there's a little bus depot here, and I have another bus depot down here, and I need to build a third bus depot somewhere over here. I'm not sure where yet, but we're gonna put another bus depot down. We want to start running our bus lines because I mean we're starting to expand, and we want to hit it now. We don't want to wait until later to try to build in our public transportation system when it's just crazy. So what we'll do is we'll build one line that kind of services this area, and then we'll build another line that services this area. Um, I do want a bus because this particular road, which is was it Campbell, was it Crescent Avenue is going to be running. I mean, literally, probably from here and just keep running. You know, all the way through the city somehow. Who knows? So I figure it's a good idea to, you know, start a line that is its own line that just runs right along Crescent itself, and then we'll expand it out. So we got our bus depot here. So we'll start building a bus line and get this set up. So what we'll do, we'll have a start our line down here. Yeah. So and we'll just make some stops along the way. These being like neighborhoods, I don't want to put the bus through the neighborhood. I just feel like, I mean, that's not even economical. It doesn't make sense to have the bus running through the neighborhood like that. There might be a stop or two, but I feel like, hey, if you live back here, you know, it's nothing just to walk around here and catch the bus. So what we'll try to do is put a stop just about on every block so that it's functional. So we'll build this down, put a stop just about every block or so. We don't want them too close to where, you know, the buses are going to get backed up and they're going to be, you know, stopping all the time. But we'll build this line up and we'll just keep it going. Put one there. And we'll put one here for those people. Put another one there. And we'll put one down there for now. Then what we'll do is, now this is going to need to turn around. And since that road is just ending right there right now, we'll just have the buses go up, turn around, and we'll match the stops right back. So that's going to give people that live in these neighborhoods access to hop on the bus and get to work, or hop on the bus and get down to the shopping center that we built. We're going to have to end this bus line. So we'll put a stop here. And since there's really not, let's see, let's try to, put one here. Then if we can have it just go around, see if we can do that. Put a stop here, put a stop here, then complete it. Boom. Now I think that's cool because it's the bus is still like out of the neighborhood. There's not anything right here. So I think that looks good. the bus can just kind of come around here and work its way back. So let's follow one of the buses right now. We'll see if anyone's riding it. We'll see how many people are getting on and off, and we'll just kind of follow it down. We already have some people kind of riding it. We'll change the name. Like we say, we want this to run right along right along this main road here. And as you can see, we already have people starting to wait and congregate for the bus, which is good. It's going to take some traffic off of the streets, and it's going to make for you know, the beginnings of a really good, you know, bus network. So see, we got a few buses running right now. We actually have a little bit more than I want to, you know. What's up, The One Games? Thanks for tuning in. As you can see, these buses, we got a lot of them right now. Not necessarily sure that we need like 6 or 7 buses. You know, we got, what, 4 buses lined up right now for one stop. So that's something that we're going to have to take a look at and see what we got going on here. So this particular stop is really popular. We have 95 people waiting on the bus, 102, 103. So we'll need a couple buses, but I just don't want 5 or 6 buses just plugging up one area. Just doesn't seem like that would be smart. I feel like maybe 2 or 3 buses could run this line just good. So we're pretty good there for now. I want everyone to have access to the bus. So we're going to create another line that's going to run down this area. But we'll do that later. Now we got buses. What about trains? I do want to build a train system, and I feel like, you know, I want to start early with that before we get too congested. So we got to plan that out. Interestingly enough, this back area back here is kind of open. All we have are trees. As I'm looking at things, it looks like we might be able to run a nice train system right along this way here. So that might actually work out good. Let's think about that. Let's think about doing that. What we'll do is lay the tracks out first. Then we could lay stops out. We'll try to do it that way. It might look funky, and we might have to change it later. But let's think about doing that. So we'll take let's take our freeform here, and we'll just start building a train line down here. I'm curious about it. Actually, before we do that, let's save it just in case we don't like it. Once we start building it, we can go back and change it. So just start building it out here. Start building it out. I like running that under there. Bring it on down. Like so. No, we'll stop it there. Trying to think if that makes sense. I like it because there's just one train, and if you're taking the train, it doesn't have to go all the way through the neighborhood like that. So let's keep that like that. Now let's move our train station that we put down here. And I kind of like it being back here. So this is a okay. This is a train and subway station, which is cool. So let's think about placing this maybe like right here-ish. I think that that's cool. And then we can, what we'll do is go ahead and connect our lineup. But we want that to just flow a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and connect our lineup here. And do it that way. We'll kick it out a little bit and we'll bring it in to the station. And we'll keep our train running out. It may not work back here. But let's build a straight line. We'll see if I can get it to connect at all. Just wanting to turn, which is cool. Let's see. What does I want to do? Dump in there? Yeah. We'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. Figure it out. There's always a remedy. But I like kind of running this. There's going to be more, of course, more things back here. And I don't need a whole robust, train system right now out here in this area. What I really want to be able to do is take these people that live out here and allow them to have train service into what's going to be our city center. So I don't need a whole lot for that. I might need 2 lines. I'm not, this isn't the point. Now, once we get in here to the inner city, yeah, we're going to have the train. We're going to have this light rail system running through the city and things like that with stops and everything. But as for right now, I just want to build a line out here for the suburbs, basically. I feel like this is a really good spot for the stop too, because it's right by right by this shopping center area. Just seems like it would make sense for people to be like, hey, we're going to take the train out here to the shopping center area, get off or whatever, even for the people that live downtown. So it's giving them access to, taking the train up here to Target and Costco and the movie theater and the fake Buffalo Wild Wings. So we'll figure this out right here, but let's keep building this line down. I'll figure out how to incorporate that in a little bit better. One thing about this right here is that no one is using this on-ramp at all. I've been watching this for a while, and absolutely nobody comes back this way and gets onto the highway. So since it's not being utilized, we'll just go ahead and get rid of it, and we'll continue to build our train tracks. Actually, no one uses that one. Oh, we got one guy getting off here, huh? We got one guy getting off. But not a lot of people use this one either, so we'll just keep them on the main one back here. I mean, if you need to get over there, you can get over there pretty easily. So yeah, so let us continue our track. We'll figure this out. This is an easy fix. I'm not even. Oh, it looks like I might have even had something there. No, that's an easy fix. I'm not worried about that. So let's keep building our train tracks. Let's see if we can build this line straight so that we don't have to bulldoze these houses back here. I don't mind them being back here, but if it's a situation where they need to be gone, we can make that happen. Am I straight? Yeah, I'm straight. Was there 10 houses back here? Yeah, you guys are gonna get trumped. We're gonna use our power to trump you guys here. So we'll keep building everything down. Like so. And I don't mind that. You know, I like having this kind of running back here. It's kind of off the beaten trail a little bit. Off the beaten path, I should say. And it's really allowing us the opportunity to have a pretty nice rail system running back here. So we'll keep running it back. Gotta kind of turn it a little bit. Okay. So as you can see, we're starting to lay our rail system down here, which is nice. Like I said, we're building toward the future. So one thing that we'll probably have to end up doing is dropping the rail line. If we're gonna keep it, you know, running this way, we're gonna have to end up dropping it below the highway, this big interchange down here, but that'll work. So now let's figure out what we need to do with this area to connect this all up. This isn't hard. We'll just build a thing here, but this is a medical clinic and a crematory. And do we move it, or do we? No, we can move it, or we can take this highway section out and move it over. I kind of like having this here, and I don't see another place for it right now. We could build it up here, but it's the fire department. I mean, oh, this is the fire department. Oh, well, in that case, I can move that. I thought that I'm thinking it was a medical center. I'm thinking I'm down here. Well, yeah, let's move that then. We can move this. Just move it over here for now. Kind of serves the same purpose. And we'll move the crematory for just a second in here. There's just no point in having this be wavy and things like that if it can just connect up straight. I feel like that looks better. So we'll connect it up straight like so. And we'll take out these little wavies. We'll connect this up like so. And that's looking good. So this is the beginnings of our transportation system here, our rail system, or our train system that is going to take individuals from the suburban area out here into the city. We're kind of reaching a point here where I have to figure out what to do, and what I want, we got one down there, but I need to figure out a train station solution. And I think if it's not too big, we'll try to find a city station. Is going to be too big. This train station is going to be in the way there. We need to do a little surveying and figure out where we can put a station at out here. What about over here? This looks like some good real estate. Let's see if this works. Can we put it out here? We lose a house. and we'd have to figure out how to run this line. But I think, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good place for that. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, like would people come down here? I guess it could. It could work as kind of like a little parking ride or something, huh? So these people over here, they could be like, hey, you know, we got to take the train into the city for work. We'll come out here and do that. I guess we could do that. I don't know. My whole thing is thinking about, you know, how do I want to tie this all in? You know, how could I tie it all in? Let's see. Does this allow me to move it over at all, or are we just pretty much stuck right there? Pretty much stuck right there. So this is another big reason why we're building a train system and thinking about this public transportation thing right now, because as we're starting to build the city, things are going to get pretty crowded, and we don't want to run into a situation where we have to bulldoze infrastructure and things like that we already have set up. I'm just surveying some area here that makes sense. See what we got going on over here. We got our fire station and police department. What if I move those down here? I wonder if the train station could fit right here. I don't know. I mean, I do have this area, which is not really serving a purpose besides this church. And maybe we could. We can move the church and then just put the train station back here. I think that's what we'll do. We'll move this crematorium. We'll move it in here just for now. We'll take the church and we'll move the church. Where can we put you at, church? Where can you go? Just temporarily. We'll move it over there and we can actually just get rid of the parking lot. That makes sense. Then we can take the train station and we'll see. I mean, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I see. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay. We can build the church back. Sorry, church. We gotta lose you for a second. Feel like we're gonna have some traffic coming back here if I do that. So let's build a little bit of a larger road. Build some trees. Build a little bit of a larger road. We'll lose a little bit of. I will lose a house, but that's okay. And then let's build this way. And we'll build this way. And then let's see if we can fit our train station back here. I don't think so. I think I'll have to move the road up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So I like that. I think that's cool. Nice little, I mean, it makes sense. You know, if you're living in this neighborhood over here, it's kind of like, hey, we want to take the train in. You know, you want to take the train in for work and to work, I should say. It's like, hey, we can, you know, we're just going to drive or walk over to, you know, drive or walk over to a train station here and get out of Dodge. So nice. Now one big theme that we've been talking a lot about is walkability, and you know, I think it's important for people to be able to walk to the train if they want to. Of course, they could walk on the street, but what we're going to do is you know, continuing our theme of walkability, we're going to create a path that's going to run right over here. Oh, we can't do that. Well, yeah, no. The train can stop right here. We don't need to run any other lines or anything like that. I think that this is actually a really good spot to do this at. Let's reconfigure this though just a little bit. The road section. So let's have it going out this way. Come up a couple more. We gotta move the train station for just a quick second. We'll put you back over here, and then we'll put the road this way, like this. Boom, boom. There we go. Then we can go and take the train station. I just like it being at this angle a little bit more. It makes more sense to tie into the line that's coming, our impending line here. So what we'll do is we'll figure this out down here. We have some options. I know we got some housing. This housing's actually been here for a while, and I like it. I like the way the road looks and things, but I'm not sure if it'll be able to accommodate for the train tracks that we're building down here. So yeah, it doesn't appear so, but let's build down and see what we get. Yeah, we're good there. And this is going to be a little bit too skinny to accommodate those tracks. It's wanting to turn. So let me look at something real quick. Let's turn these snaps off, and we'll see if we can get it to do anything else. Got a little bit there, and I think we're out of luck there. A little bit too skinny to fit the railroad through here. So what I think I'll do is actually I'll just move the highway over a little bit. As you can see, it actually gets a little bit wider for this interchange. So I think I'll just move the road over. I don't want to upset anything in here, so let's put it on pause for a second, and we'll get rid of the highway section, this highway section here, for just a minute. Let's go ahead and attach our train track like so. Let's delete this here for just a second. We'll reattach it like that, and let's delete this, and then we'll reattach it like, bring it up here and out. No, I'm not feeling that. Let's keep it straight. Boom, as close as we possibly can here. Boom, and then attach it like that. Oh yeah, we lose a little bit of trees doing that, but that's okay. We can build the trees back. So what we'll do now is we'll take our highway and we'll put our highway back in, like so. So we're good there. All right. Let's bulldoze a couple more of these sections here, and we'll add them back in like this. That's with this being a little bit closer to the residential. It'd be a good idea to have a little sound barrier right there, just to kind of break things up a little bit. All right, so now we got another issue that we got to look at. We got to look at this ore ramp now. Oh, This isn't too hard. This isn't too hard. What we can do is we'll go ahead and figure out how to work this railway down here. Because what we're trying to do, we just want to connect it to this track. So this is easy. We'll just take away this little 6-lane road right here, and then we'll build it back with a tour when we get done. So boom, boom. We'll grab this. We'll work our way down here, like so. Hopefully we can run this under the run that under, and doesn't want to attach. No problem. Take it out. Run it this way. Let's see. And we'll attach it like that. That keeps us with having our arm ramp, and then we can, I don't know, maybe we can build our 6 back. Let's see. Will it let us? No, not without losing homes. So we'll go to a 1 with some trees, and come here a little bit further up. We'll attach it here so we don't actually lose the ability to have houses on the street. We'll reattach this one-way road this way. No, we won't. Let's go here. Nope. Nope. We'll just keep it open. Well, actually, come through and delete all of this, and then build it back up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So look at that. That's awesome. We have our nice rail line that's running down here. It's going to connect this station to this station. And as we start working our way into the inner city, we're going to have some other stations and things like that back here. And it's all going to tie into a really vast system. So we got our first little train system running here. So let's so we'll put our trees back, because I like to just want to make a natural barrier, but we also want to make a noise barrier between these houses and the rail line that's going to be running back here. So we'll do that. Put a little get a little infill in here too. While we're at it, might as well. Some trees this way, and we'll tree this whole section up too. Like so. We'll finish this up a little later. Alright, so let's put our actual line down. So we're going to create a new line. For right now, we're going to go from here, and we're going to go to here. So we're going to go from here, And we're gonna go back to here, and that's gonna complete our first line. And as you can see, the citizens love it. Right now, they're able to take the train. And you can see we got a little line for some subways too, but we're not ready for that. But as you can see, for now, we got the train. Where's it at? Boom. There they go. So now we have nice light rail system that we're starting to build. No passengers yet. I mean, we just built it. There's no reason for people to really be on it right now. To be quite honest, it's not really taking you anywhere except from the suburbs. I mean, from that neighborhood down there to the shopping center, which some people are going to take advantage of. I mean, it makes sense. But look how fast that is. That's way faster than getting in your car, using gas and all of that stuff. So we are looking good. This is going to be the makings of what we're going to call the red line. And yep, the line color will be red. We haven't saved any car traffic or anything yet, but we'll come back and check that a little later. As you can see, we're looking pretty good. Okay. There we go. All right. So you can see the makings of our transportation system so far. We have a station out here, and that'll service our whole suburban area out here, which is Fenton Square, Cedar Point, Tinsley Park. And we're running this down here to, we haven't named this little shopping center section, but we're running it to the shopping center so far. Then as we start to expand the city down here, while I'm thinking about it, let me save this. As we start to expand the city down here, you're going to see that this train system is going to be very robust. You'll be able to take the train from your office downtown, which our downtown area is going to be right down here. You'll be able to take that train anywhere you need to go. So we're starting to build it early, getting it done early. Who knows? I actually don't even need to build this line right now, but I will build it because we'll keep it there for now. Now this, as you read when I built this line, or as it said, this is going to allow for outside trains, right now local trains and outside trains. Since I don't have anything like really built up right now, I could attach it to this particular train line, which is a freight train. I could attach it to the freight train line, and that would bring people from outside of the city into the city. But I don't really know if I'm ready to do that right now. We will eventually do that, but for right now, we're just gonna leave it how it is. So, see our freight train line out there. We'll leave it like it is for now. We handled all the issues that we had before. If you remember, we had some huge issues with trash and things like that. I think we got those handled. We've built our bus system right now, as you can see. We don't need 10 buses at all. We're just gonna have 5 right now. We do have a pretty good number of people, I mean, with this size population riding the buses and things right now, but we don't need 10. We don't want to clog up our streets with a bunch of buses, so we'll send those other buses back to the bus depot, and we'll just have 5 of them doing what they need to do. So I think that looks great. Got 1 bus in use there, and then probably got a few more coming out of our bus area 6. Well, let's take a look at our money. We were having an issue with trash, so we put trash up like super high. We want our train system and bus system to run efficiently, but it probably needs to run a little less at night, so we'll cut back some of our night monies. Our train will do the same thing. We'll cut back some of our night monies. We will increase our day money. Our trash at night, we can scale that back a little bit. I just needed to pour a little bit more resources into the trash at that time, so we'll cut back a little bit on our commercial taxes, because we want to start building up our commercial zones a little bit more. So we'll give them a tax break for a little while. We wouldn't mind some industry. We'll cut them back a little bit, and we'll cut back our offices too, maybe to we won't be building any high density commercial. Give them a little bit of an incentive to let that demand come up a little bit, because we're zoned. I think we're zoned for we're zoned for some commercial out here, but just don't really have a lot built right now. We have a few things, which these days just kind of popped up on me. Boutique and a drugstore, super pharmacy. We want this hall to get up a little bit more, so we'll decrease those back. More updates, things that we need to finish, things we have to work on. Our golf course area, we gotta finish our trees. We gotta lay this area out, our Abner Hills area, out with some trees. We're gonna figure this whole thing out down here. I don't know if I want to keep this whole thing suburban with these kind of meandering roads or not, or if I want to create something in between these 2 big avenues running here. But we'll see. This neighborhood came up real good. We have to figure out what we're gonna do from here to here. Figure out if we're just gonna make more neighborhood or put some parks down, but it'll all work out. We have our train system running, which we got a couple cars, so maybe a couple people are using it. Nope, not yet, but they will. They will shortly. We need to finish connecting our highway system down here. Nobody's using it. There's no point in connecting it right now. And we'll keep it how it is. And we'll finish up connecting our little through highway here. So what will you see in the next video? You'll see this area get worked out. Hold on. Excuse me. We'll see this area get worked out. You will see this getting finished, the golf course getting finished. Water pollution is getting crazy, or pollution in general is getting a little crazy out here. So we gotta take a look at pollution and see what's going on with that. We do have 4 incinerators running, so it might be a good idea actually to turn a couple of them off until our city gets big enough to where we need them. So what we'll do, we'll turn those two off, and we also, though we're building for the future, that's good, but we'll turn 2 of these nuclear power plants off. We will turn off these incinerators out here too. Now, if we notice that, wait a minute, that's off, on. Actually, what we'll do, we'll turn this one on, turn this one off, and we'll turn this one off. So what we'll do is, if we notice that things are just getting crazy, we can, put some more of them online as we need to. But pollution is getting a little, as you can see, it's starting to kind of expand. And I mean, that's outside of the city, but and probably looking at the current. If you look at the current, you see that the current goes this way. So a lot of that pollution is being kind of pushed to the outskirts of the city, but that's something that we need to take a look at, because we do have some homes and housing pretty close to this whole Kelly's Island corridor area here. The other big thing is we got waste dumping right into the city, which I'm not necessarily sure that we need. So we'll take a look at those things. Maybe we'll take these offline too and see what happens. But we don't want to contaminate all of the water. I mean, of course, there's going to be a little bit of contamination. That's just something that you got to deal with. But if we notice that this starts to just kind of plume way out and get crazy, we'll have to take some of these things offline. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in to this episode. That's going to conclude this episode. We did get our bus system all taken care of and set up. Took a few of them off the street because there were just too many. So that's looking good now. We added in our train, the beginnings of our light metro rail, our light rail system that's going to run into the city. And when we come back, you're going to see a lot more development. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button if you'd like. And we'll see you later. Take care.